there's something living in my backyard.
We are gonna start on this side of the yard and we are gonna make our way all the way to that side. Duke, what do you find, buddy? There are scratch marks all along this fence line. Oh my gosh.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having an amazing day so far. So guys, today's video is pretty unexpected. So my dogs were acting very strange all through the night and all through the morning long, and I knew something was off, so I just grabbed my camera and I started recording right away. And there's something living in my backyard. Now, before I spoil too much, I'm gonna let you guys hop straight into today's video so you can find out what happened. So guys, right now it is the early afternoon time and something is really off here. Something is really off at the Fetter household. Now, every night I bring my dogs Duke and Coda in to sleep with me, and then my other dog Milo actually gets to roam the entire house. And my two dogs that were sleeping with me started barking and whining in the middle of the night, and for my dogs that's very strange because they literally never ever do this. Now, my dog Duke is still a puppy, so he'll cry in the morning because he can barely hold his bladder, so he's just letting me know that he needs to go outside and use the bathroom. But this was different. Something wasn't right. They must have heard something outside. Now, usually when they hear our neighborhood cats fight, all of my dogs will start barking, but there was no sign of any cats crying because I stayed up a little longer just to see or hear what it could be, and I didn't hear anything. But I think something is really off. My dogs, as soon as I let them outside, ran straight to the back fence and have literally been pacing there and crying all morning. Now, they didn't really want to eat their breakfast, and that's when I know that something is really off, and we're gonna have to do a little investigating because even when I fed my cats this morning, they didn't even show up. Now, I have 5 outside cats, and the reason I have to keep them outside is because my family is really allergic, so having the cats inside is a big problem, so that's why we keep them outside, but they stay close. They never really roam far from the house, but this morning, they weren't there when I put the food down. Now, usually when I call them, or even when they hear the food go into the bowl, they'll come running, and I didn't see any sign of my cats. And I tried calling and maybe they didn't hear me because they were in another yard exploring. But this is very strange because this never happened. So I think we're gonna have to do some investigating because we've had random animal attacks literally gash open my cat twice, killed one of my birds, got into the cage, literally pulled my bird out, and it was really terrible. So I'm thinking that whatever beast was doing this to my animals might be back and might be terrorizing our neighborhood animals. Now, since my dogs have literally been pacing my entire backyard all morning, they are really worn out, and they never actually do this. So they actually have 2 beds right here. I don't know if you can see it. They have 2 green beds that they constantly lay on whenever they're tired out, and they're just sitting at the door like something is wrong. And you can see they're really out of breath. So we're just gonna go outside and see how they react. Guys, you can't come in. You can't come in, okay? Yeah, I know. What's wrong out here, guys? We're gonna do a little investigating. You're gonna have to help us, okay? So guys, this is Duke and this is Coda, if you guys are new to the channel. This little boy is about 10 months old and he is a beast. I mean, look how big he is, guys. Look how big he is compared to me. Duke, buddy, you are huge. You are ginormous. Now, if you see the difference, Coda is a year old and look how much bigger Duke is. That is because he's an Italian Dane. If he's actually mixed with a Great Dane and a Cane Corso, and this little buddy is a Catahoula, which is actually a hunting dog. So he is going to be perfect to help us find whatever they were actually scouting out this morning. So guys, without further ado, let's begin investigating. Now, before we actually do, we're going to say hello to Joe. Hey, what's up, Joe? Now, this is Joe, our Cuban iguana. Now, he is actually about 30 years old, so he's a little old guy, right? Isn't that right? He just likes to, you know, hang out in the sun and, you know, hang out with the dogs. And the dogs don't really mind him, but they keep their distance because these types of iguanas have a nasty bite. So we're just gonna leave Joe alone right here and we are gonna get to investigating. All right, Coda, you are gonna be helping us today, all right? Where did you see it? Now, they were pacing all along this fence line right here. Coda, where is it, Coda? Where is it? What were you finding this morning? You gotta help Mom find this, okay? Come on, let's go. Come on, you have to help Mom, okay? Now guys, to be honest, I have no idea what I'm looking for, but I think the only proper thing to do is just to investigate the entire yard because my dogs haven't been acting right since this morning or even in the middle of the night. So what we're gonna do right here is we are gonna start on this side of the yard and we are gonna make our way all the way to that side. The reason we are investigating is because we might find what has been lurking in the yard or what has not. Now, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna call the dogs over, so they're gonna be our second set of eyes. Now, Duke is right here laying here, but Coda, come on, you gotta come help mom now. Coda's gonna be my second set of eyes, and you guys are gonna be my third. But you can see we are starting from this side now. I literally have no idea what we're looking for. We might find feathers, we might find scratch marks, or maybe even blood from whatever events happened last night. Now I'm hoping that's the last thing we find, but we are just gonna do a little investigating now. We are gonna be looking on the back of the entire fence line right here to see if we see any scratches or anything like I said, but I'm not seeing anything. Do you see anything, Duke? Do you, buddy? Do you? So we have made some progress. So we have looked and investigated this whole side right here. Now we are onto this section right here. Now the reason that the dogs may have been barking and whining all morning is because this entire bush right here, guys, this fat giant bush that literally goes all the way down the back of my property is full of birds. Now birds love to make nests in here, and sometimes the babies fall down, either make it or don't make it. So that could be the reason why they were going crazy, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking if it was a bird, maybe a cat jumped into the bush and maybe attacked a bird, but I'm not too sure yet, but we are just going to continue to investigate. So we're just going to be looking in this entire area, and I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary, but you guys tell me. Okay, so we're gonna keep walking and don't mind the bushes. It's very, very bushy back here, but right up here is becoming a little bare. But you can see whatever animal might have been back here has an easy escape. So if you see that little crack right there, that crack actually leads into the neighbor's yard. So whatever was back here may have already escaped. So I'm not too sure what we're gonna find, but you can see Duke. Duke, what do you find, buddy? So Duke is investigating. He's in the bush. He knows what's up. Coda, you got to get better because your brother's looking, and he sat down. But Coda and them are gonna be investigating this side while we continue this way. All right, guys. So I'm not seeing anything. All right. Yeah, Coda, you gotta help me, buddy. Okay? Let's go. We're trying to find something back here, buddy. What the heck were you barking at this morning? So we have been investigating for quite some time, and I have no luck finding or seeing any clues or signs of what was back here. But if you take a look right here, if you look up into the bush, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it, but there is like a bundle of leaves right here, and that was definitely a bird nest that was there. Maybe the bird tried to make the nest and it didn't hold, or that could be an old bird nest. But if you continue along this way, yeah, look at that, guys. We have another bundle of leaves all here. Do you see that? So these birds are making nests and either leaving them, or these are the old nests. So you can see a bundle of leaves right here. Now, bear with me. There's a lot of green leaves that are blocking it, but there are a bunch of nests up here. I mean, look at that, guys. That is like a whole group of nests. Now, I don't know if it's just one bird making that giant nest or if that was several, but we definitely have birds that are making nests and having babies in here. I mean, look at all that. That is crazy. You guys have to see this. I mean, that dark area right there is where the nests are, and there has to be at least hundreds to thousands of baby birds in here. We have completely scoped out the entire yard, and guys, do you see this? This is exactly what my dogs were doing all day long. We're sniffing out the entire yard, and for some reason, they're sniffing out this area right now. All right, guys, what do you see? Oh, do you see that, guys? This whole area is dug out, so it looks like they have been digging here in the morning. So we have a dugout spot right here and a dugout spot right there. All right, guys, move. Come on. Mommy needs to see. Oh, do you see that, guys? If you look closely right there, there are scratch marks all along this fence line. Do you see that, guys? Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know if that's from Duke and Coda or another animal, but something has been digging and scratching at this yard. Now, they were sniffing right here, so I can't see back there, but we're gonna send the camera. All right, guys, we're gonna maneuver our way in. I don't know if I can do it. All right, so we're gonna try to see. I don't know. I can't see. Actually, since we can't do that, we're just gonna move this log. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Get back, dogs. Oh, look at this. Look what we just found.
This must be what my dogs were sniffing at. Oh my goodness. Now this is no baby possum. Now he seems to be very small. I mean, look at the size of him. Look at my hand compared to him. But he seems to be a little feisty fella right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shoo the dogs back. Guys, get back before he bites you, okay? All right, so we're gonna see if he wants to bite. Let's see. Okay, so he doesn't seem too. Oh, whoa! You saw that, guys? He went after my hand. He's a little dangerous, guys. So before I pick him up or anything, we're gonna get something to scoop this guy up. All right, guys. So the first thing I could grab as fast as I could was a Flanagan's green cup. Now I'm hoping this little guy was right here still. Okay, guys, he's still here. Coda, back up, back up. We have to be very careful because this guy is a little feisty little guy right here. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put this Flanagan's cup right here. Oh, you see, he tried to go after the Flanagan's cup. So yeah, this guy's a little feisty guy. We're just gonna take this. Okay, come on, little buddy. I don't wanna hurt you, yeah. You're okay, I know you're a little feisty one. You're a little feisty one, okay? Come on, come on, I know. We're gonna slowly move you in. Come on. All right, guys, so we're just gonna put this right in front of him. All right, is he going? Guys, look, he just went directly into the cup. Do you see that? Oh my goodness, look what we have, guys. We have a baby possum. Now, I'm glad that he went straight into the cup and we didn't have to stress him out anymore because he seems pretty stressed out. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna head into the garage and we're gonna find a box to put this guy in. We got our box nice and set up for this little baby possum. Now, if you take a look right here, I set a nice comfy box up. We have 2 towels, and right here we have a warm water bottle because this baby has been out all night long and it's probably freezing cold. So we're just gonna go on ahead, get him out of this crammed cup. But we're gonna do it very, very slowly. All right, he's coming face first, and he's turning around to try and defend himself. But buddy, we're not gonna hurt you anymore. Oh my gosh, guys, do you see that? If you take a look right there, you can see that, I don't know, it's really hard to pick up on the camera, but he has some dried blood on his back. Now, this is definitely an indication of an injury right here, but I have no idea the conditions of this baby. But he must have gotten left behind from the mom. I mean, at this age, they can kind of live on their own. They're already eating solid food, and the mom did a very, very good job of raising this baby because look at his defensive skills. He knows when danger's near and he has his mouth ready to chomp anything down that's gonna hurt him. But we need to investigate his back because he seems very, very injured. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna investigate this little baby's wounds, but you can see he is fired up and he is pretty angry, so he is definitely gonna try and bite me if I don't have a glove on. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna head to go grab a glove and then we're gonna investigate his wounds. So we're gonna pop the camera up right here because I actually need 2 hands to investigate this little baby. So I'm just gonna go on ahead and grab this little guy right here. Okay. All right, little buddy, I'm not gonna hurt you, okay? All right, guys, so what we're gonna do right now is we have him just like so, and this is actually not hurting him, it's just holding him in position, but if you take a look right here, guys, yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, this is completely hardened. Now that stuff that's all hardened right here is actually blood, so I don't think we're gonna be able to get it off without like some type of water or something, so I'll be right back with you guys. So we've got our cloth right here and we're actually gonna dip it in some water and just like saturate the area right here. Now this is not hurting him. Now the reason we have to do this is because it is actually illegal to own these guys. We need to know how severe his injuries are so we're able to let the rehabber know. So we must investigate and see how serious his injuries are. I mean, look at that. Look at all that blood on this napkin. All right, we're going to saturate it a little more. Okay. Okay, we're doing it very gently. We got some fur up, but we're just going to keep working at the wound. We obviously don't want to hurt this little guy. Okay. All right. Okay, I think we got it. We got it most undone. There's a little area that's still a little hardened. But he seems to be okay. He's not moving around. He seems to be fine. You can see he's still okay. He's still fighting. He wants to just attack anything that comes his way. Oh, and he pooped, guys. He is that scared that he pooped. But guys, don't fear. He is not in any pain because I'm actually holding his entire body right here. So this little guy is good, but he's just, you know, freaked out because he's never been around humans. But let's just maneuver this area right here. All right, guys.
So with further investigating, you are not going to believe what we found. So I was sifting through his fur, and if you guys look really closely, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this little baby has 2 puncture wounds on his back. Let's see if you can see it right there. Do you see that, guys? It's really, really hard to see because of how dark his fur is, but let me sift through it to see if we can find it. Oh my goodness. Oh, do you see that? Right there. Oh my goodness. Do you see? I mean, there's like blood all over my fingers, dried blood. You can see how brown it is on my fingers, but yeah, this baby is definitely really, really injured. Okay, there's the puncture wound, guys. Do you see that right there? There it is. There's one of the puncture wounds, but I'm going to put this baby down right here because we don't want to stress him out too much. But guys, I can't believe that we found this baby literally laying helpless there, trying to defend himself, but because how tiny he is, he wasn't going to do much damage to anything that got him. But something must be attacking all of the animals in my yard, because not only did it attack my cat and my bird, but now this innocent little baby possum, and I bet his mother is so worried about where he is. Now, my guess of how this baby got injured and how it ended up where he was is that the mom was in the backyard with all of her babies on the back, and there was a predator trying to attack her. And while the predator was trying to attack her, some of the babies fell off, and unfortunately, the predator probably grabbed this baby, tried taking it through the fence, and couldn't fit through the fence with the baby and dropped it in the crack of where it was. Now, guys, there may be more babies outside, but thankfully, we were able to save this little guy, and now he has a chance of survival. I mean, he's really injured. So the only right thing to do now is to call the wildlife rehabber, because they need to take him into their care. They have the proper equipment, the proper stuff to heal this little guy back up, and it's actually illegal here in South Florida to have these guys in your care. So now that we got him safe in this little box, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get in contact with the wildlife rehabber.
A few moments later.
We got into contact with the wildlife rehabber, and they told me to head on over to where they are located. But what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna go on ahead and say bye to this little baby. We're gonna actually say prayers that he makes it with his injuries. So we're just gonna close this up and load him into my car. But guys, that is going to end today's video. If you all enjoyed today's video, give this video a big thumbs up, and guys, comment down below what the heck you think is lurking in my backyard. And guys, also comment down below a prayer for this little baby, that he makes it out alive and he makes it out a-okay. Now, if you want to see me catch the beast that is injuring all of these animals, well, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel in the link down below.